Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ballet Rain. Today we are once again bringing up the age-old discussion.
That's right.
Which ballet style is the best?
While the answers may be completely subjective, one thing that is not up for debate is how wildly different a variation can look when danced by two different ballet styles.
So for today, we are going to be taking a classic piece of ballet rep, Aurora's Act 2 variation from The Sleeping Beauty, and we're going to be comparing how it's performed in two very, very different ballet styles. On one hand, the French style, and on the other, the Balanchine style.
So we're kind of going like the oldest ballet style that is still kind of in practice today to the sort of newest ballet style. So the difference is going to be very, very, very wide. Will the timeless elegance of the French style win out, or will the Balanchine's expressiveness capture our hearts today? Keep watching to find out.
If you're ready, hit the like button and let's get into it. Before we get started, we would love to take a little bit of time to talk about FOREO, who is partnering with us on today's video.
We've been using FOREO's products for quite a few months now.
Yeah.
And honestly, their products have done wonders for our skin, which is saying a lot. I mean, I have really sensitive skin.
I'm really bad at finding skincare that I'm consistent in.
Exactly. So the fact that we have both seen very positive results from using FOREO's skincare product, it's saying a lot.
We've been using FOREO's FAQ 202 LED face mask probably the most often, and honestly, we love it.
It's made of a very flexible silicone, so it can mold to any face and give you really, really even light coverage, so you're not just like hitting certain spots or patches and missing others. It includes 8 different wavelengths or different colors of light, including near infrared light, which is incredible for tackling signs of aging, and each of the different light settings kind of tackle different areas of the skin and different skin concerns as well. And that combined with the app, they kind of have like personalized routines depending on what your skin needs that day, and it's all very customizable.
We love it just because it's so easy to use.
So
just put it on. It's wireless. It's super light.
You can cook while you're wearing it. You can work while you're wearing it. You can read. You
do
can
some
just
journaling or whatever.
Take a nap.
Oh, maybe you could take a nap. Yeah,
Done it.
FOREO is currently offering all of you guys an additional 30% off almost all FOREO products if you use the discount code RAIN30, and this discount is stackable. It applies to almost all of their products, including already on sale items. So please go check out FOREO at the link below. They have the FAQ 202 and tons of other products on their website that we're sure that you will love just as much as we do. And thank you so much to FOREO for partnering with us on today's video. We're gonna start with our first ballet style, and that is the French style. And before we get into it, if you want to know more about ballet styles and sort of the different schools of classical ballet, we actually did a whole breakdown of some of the main ones in a video linked above and below. So if you want to learn more about that, go check that out. But basically, the French school was one of the oldest, or the oldest ballet school.
I think King Louis XIV.
Like King Louis XIV.
Very, very, very long time ago.
Obviously, the technique has changed a lot since then.
Yes,
we don't still dance the same way we did back then. Ballet has changed a ton.
No.
But the French school remains.
I think the key elements that define the French school and like sort of the French training of ballet is the fluidity of the movements, and also very, very, very clean positions as well. Another thing is just like the elegance of it. Everything is very, very polished, understated, but in a very beautiful, very gentle, delicate way.
There's like such a refinement to it.
Yeah, it's class.
It's classy,
It's classy.
Their dancers are crystal clear. I think they put quite an emphasis on like quick footwork, quick, clean footwork as well.
Very true.
Yeah, but anyway, the French style is absolutely beautiful. And here is our first demonstration of this variation. In the French style, this is the Paris Opera Ballet's version of The Sleeping Beauty, featuring, of course, the beautiful Miriam Oldbraham,
who recently retired, I believe, last year. She was an étoile with the company, which is like the highest rank, by the way, and she was absolutely phenomenal.
She's a beautiful, beautiful dancer. I love watching her, and so
she's just so classy,
so
and
clean,
she's just so clean and delicate and beautiful.
So a very apt demonstration.
Perfect to demonstrate the French school for us today.
We're gonna watch it through, talk it through with you guys, highlight some of the key elements of the French style, and what makes it so beautiful. no.
Let's pause there. I didn't want to speak while she was dancing. That would feel disrespectful.
That was genuinely
That
so
passage
clean.
was so clean, you guys. Let's break this down right off the bat. Just like the really gentle épaulement here, and like just the gentleness of the arms and the port-de-bras. It's so trademark French style ballet.
I feel like we mentioned this in the other video, but
We
I
did,
feel like
yeah.
everything is very forward.
It's very poised.
Yeah, very
I think.
poised and pulled up.
It is. And the épaulement is very gentle. All the lines are very softened. It's nothing super, like this
Yes.
is very Russian and pulled up. And so the French style, while it's very clean, it's just a bit gentler.
You see what we mean by like understated? Like it's just
Understated.
beautiful. This is exquisite.
I love how she uses her eyes too. That's just the artist in her.
And even this
Yeah, the
big
port-de-bras.
battement, instead of being really up like this, chest open, it's very straight up like that.
Yeah. It's
And
still pulled up.
it's still very pulled up and
proper.
tall.
It's not flashy.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
And the arms always stay in the front of the body.
yeah, that's the other
Right
thing.
there. And it's not like all the way up and like almost not behind. It's never behind for ballet. But
Yeah.
like the arms stay a little bit more forward.
Yeah, than other styles,
Yeah.
like say Russian style.
Yeah, say the Russian style,
Yeah,
the Balanchine, as we'll
Balanchine
see in
for
a
sure,
second.
yeah.
The arms in the French style stay very much forward comparatively.
And you'll see like how clean the arm positions are. Just watch this. 5th, 3rd, arabesque, 2nd arabesque, 4th, 1st arabesque.
Wow.
It's so clean and it's so exact. And there's
Yeah.
no like shortcuts or cheating her way around the port-de-bras. It's
Yes.
everything has a position and you see every single position and then she flows through it. It's not like she pauses or like it's
Yeah.
super static with it, but you see it and it's clear and
Yeah.
it's there.
And even if you look through all of her transitions with the legs and
Yes,
feet,
that too.
everything is so clean. The way she uses the floor, every plie is all the way down.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. She rolls through those shoes very, very nicely.
yeah.
It's very clean.
Oh, another thing I wanted to notice, all of her first arabesques, and all of her arabesques in general,
Yes.
for this passage are very, very square.
Extremely
And
so.
by square, we mean when you're in an arabesque, there's no
Sure.
twisting in the shoulders or in the hips.
Yeah.
The hips and shoulders are facing as forward as they can be. Obviously,
Yeah.
anatomically is not possible, but as square as possible. And you can see the arms are directly in the front in that nice arabesque position.
It's very classical, very clean.
Very classical
Yeah, it's
line.
Incredible.
She's so pretty. Oh my god.
She's stunning.
Watching her dance is genuinely so
I
satisfying.
know, I love watching her. Again, one of the best. This is a really hard passage.
See, even with that, it's so poised. There's no dramatic bend of the
It's
spine.
never overdone.
It's just enough. Poised,
polished.
refined,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
there. Shoulders are pressed down so
Yeah.
nicely there. Stunning.
And again, like how fluid the arms are. It just looks like she's floating through
Yes.
the passage. And even when the music kind of picks up a little bit, it never loses the fluid quality. And yes, this is a dream variation,
Yes.
so you would adopt that style anyways. But I think that even just like the demeanor, I think she just keeps it very,
Yeah.
very, very soft. Again, just how gentle the épaulement is. It's not over dramatic. And the footwork here is so clean. Fifth every single time. If you like rewind it, it literally, it's so clean.
Put a pin in this though, but she's spotting in the direction that she's traveling.
Yes, that's a big note as well.
Always looking where she's going here.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of those like soutanews and stuff, she's looking where she's going. Because you'll see later in the Balanchine version, they do actually a different
it's
thing.
not the case. Same thing here. She spots the corner. This is I feel like a very French step also. I know in a lot of the other versions, like if you look at a lot more of the Russian styles, they'll do this first one with the legs straight. Only the French style and maybe like cicchetti, maybe like Italians will do the pas de cheval with both legs. It's very, very French. It's very challenging. It's a very challenging step.
And again, the positions are very clean. You see clean. That open to demi-second, and then you close to a very clean first position.
And it's not like flashy either. It's not flicking.
Yeah, there's no
flicking.
It's just very soft.
It's just very soft, very gentle.
Like there's just enough accent to hit the note in the music, but it's never like a flick.
The French style doesn't flick. I don't believe the cicchetti style does either. If you watch that video about the ballet styles that we did some time ago, you'll remember that cicchetti never wanted the hands to flick at the end of movements. Everything had to kind of arrive together. I mean, I'm just doing it tiny.
Doing it small so you can see in the frame.
But I think the French style is very, cicchetti is very much based off of the French school in general. So obviously, no flicking, nothing.
It's that coordination that is really prized
here. Finesse.
Yeah, exactly. It's a refinement, a finesse that's just, when you see it, you're like,
polish.
There's something like polished about it, even when moving at faster tempos.
Beautiful.
Chef's kiss, exquisite.
Exquisite.
Oh down, up, down, spot, spot, spot. It's
so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And again, arms more forward in front of the body. Just a little bit. Just placed, and it's just magnificent.
So there you have it, you guys. This is like the epitome of the French style of ballet. It's all in like the way it's done.
Yeah, it's all detail work. And Miriam, obviously, bravo to her. She's incredible. She's like the epitome of the French style in my mind. She is
genuinely
stunning. So classical and just so elegant and so poised with it. So anyway,
beautiful.
Tap the like button for Miriam.
Please, please.
She's gorgeous, stunning, absolutely exquisite.
All right, you guys, moving on to the second half of our Aurora Act 2 variation ballet style comparison. And this is, of course, the Balanchine style.
Yes.
And the Balanchine style originated, obviously, with the legend himself, George Balanchine,
who is the founder and director of the New York City Ballet and the School of American Ballet. And so naturally, the production we're going to be looking at today is New York City Ballet's Sleeping Beauty, featuring Tyler Peck, who, again, the epitome of the Balanchine style. And
That's
she
true.
is wonderful.
Our Balanchine queen herself.
Our Balanchine queen. I think we mentioned her in, was it
several videos?
Several videos. Oh gosh, Tyler Peck is a legend.
As you'll see, the Balanchine style probably is the most recognizable. You could pick it out of a crowd and be like, oh, that's Balanchine.
100%.
You know? Some trademarks of the Balanchine style is that it's very athletic. The Balanchine technique in general really pushes the dancers in terms of athleticism and strength. Musicality.
Oh my goodness. And Tyler is especially a master at musicality.
But also speed.
Speed is a big one.
Kind of goes with musicality.
For sure.
And I'd even say expressiveness.
Again, if you watch the video, Balanchine's style was based very much on the Russian or Vaganova training method. And Vaganova's sort of ideal was for the dancers to look as grand and as expensive as possible.
Yeah.
And so Balanchine takes that and he obviously, modernizes it a little bit more. But again, very expressive, very big,
larger than life.
Yeah, larger than life appearance, and also just like really explosive qualities.
Yes.
For the dancing.
Which is absolutely magnetic, you guys.
It's magnetic and it is absolutely incredible. So we're going to have a look at Aurora Act 2, but from the Balanchine style perspective.
You can see already the difference, you guys.
You can see the difference. Oh my goodness.
You see, she doesn't stop here. She reaches up that much more, and instead of coming back to a clean open fourth, she reaches all the way back. You can see that just expansion through the torso.
It's the breath that carries through all the movements and just makes it come that much more alive, you know what I'm saying? And when she kind of uses the spine movement a little bit more, which is a big thing with the Vaganova style. But everything comes from the spine. Everything is very much fluid.
Yeah, the back is very active.
Yeah, the back is always moving. The back is always engaged.
And here you can see another trademark Balanchine thing is the arms and the hands.
Yes.
Very, very, very different than what we've seen with the Paris Opera Ballet.
100%.
The Balanchine hands.
The
TM.
Balanchine hand, TM.
There's a lot more space in the fingers. In a lot of ballet styles, the ballet hands are encouraged to be very
streamlined,
elongated.
Yeah.
And the thumb is kind of lays really close to the rest of the fingers.
Exactly.
Balanchine wants the space.
Yeah.
Here.
He wants to see every single finger individually
Yeah.
from the back of the auditorium.
Yes, you have to see all of
Yes.
the fingers, everything moving, everything having breath.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, she does such a beautiful job with it.
She does it really well.
And also the Balanchine technique sort of values the fluidity of the arms, but in a different way. They're
Yes.
allowed to sort of break the wrists a bit more. Break
You're allowed to break
the
through
elbows
yeah.
and use through the elbows and the wrists and the fingers.
Exactly.
Everything's just a little more like, I don't want to say less classical because it's still classical ballet.
It's classical ballet, but it's a little bit more of a contemporary take on it. So like instead of going through first, she'll kind of go like this
Yeah, just
instead.
like stroke through it.
Stroke through it a little bit more so,
Yeah.
rather than hitting clean first and then a clean fourth.
Yeah,
you know, she'll kind of move through it a little bit.
Yeah.
The wrist might cross, you'll see in a little bit. The wrist might cross a little bit as we move through positions and things like that. So it's still positioned, but it's just like we're moving through it in a little bit more of a stylistic manner.
A bit more dramatic. The firsts are a little tighter, we cross the wrist, and
Yeah.
then we expand a little
Yeah.
higher into that.
Exactly.
shape.
Yeah. Addressing the obvious, the choreography is different.
That too.
There are multiple versions of this variation,
Yes.
but yeah, we're mostly looking at the style.
Yes.
So
And again, just there's a lot of movement in the torso, a
Yeah.
lot of bending. Oh,
and
that was beautiful.
The lilt,
The
this,
melt
like,
here.
the dramatic lilt.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's very Russian. It's also very Balanchine.
You can see that Russian influence
Yes,
in the
for sure.
Balanchine style. We're gonna be here all day. She's so gorgeous. And
Yeah,
you see,
see.
we're like, oh, so Balanchine.
It's so
Yeah.
expansive and it's
Yeah.
so big and it's extravagant.
Instead of hitting like the clean airbus that we saw in the French style, you
Yeah.
can see she pulls it out a little bit more.
Yeah, she'll reach a little bit more.
Yeah.
She'll really pull the energy to the
yeah.
limit or beyond,
Yeah.
honestly.
Lean into it a little bit before we come out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And you can even see on this little beret
Yeah.
that the arms are behind her a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit more behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you would not see.
Not so much
In the
with
French.
the French style.
But for Balanchine, we do.
Absolutely.
Musicality. Oh, the little like the pause, and then we
And
go
then we
into
catch
it.
up. The Balanchine dancers are masters of playing with the music. So like lingering a little bit longer and then really catching up to the
Yes.
next one. It's also very trademark of the Balanchine style. They kind of like adding their own spin on the musicality and the timing and things like that. And again, see the first
Yeah. With the wrist, you
yeah,
can
with the wrist,
wrist,
a lot more wrist movement with the Balanchine style. See, going up to the fifth, crossing the
Uh-huh.
arms. That's very Balanchine.
And another note here, you know when we watched the Paris Opera Ballet when she was going around in that manège, we always said she spots where she's going. Now if you watch Tyler here, she looks where she's going for here. Oh, she spots the front.
Yes, exactly.
So instead of looking in the direction she's going, she's traveling to the back corner.
yeah,
But
she's looking at us in the
looking
audience.
at us in the
Yeah.
audience so that we get to see this
Exactly.
instead of, seeing the back or the side
Yeah.
face to the audience.
And you'll see that a lot with the Balanchine training. They do train their dancers to spot front, especially when doing diagonals and things like that, because Balanchine didn't want his dancers to lose the audience when they're doing these sort of like trick steps and things like
Yeah.
that. That is a part of the Balanchine style training you'll see with a lot of Balanchine pieces and a lot of Balanchine dancers. They always spot front. Way harder than it sounds.
But you can see it. She keeps her face to the audience.
Yeah.
For this whole thing. Here.
Back to the audience, yeah.
Even though she's literally going to the back corner.
Changing the spot is always hard, but in the Balanchine style, that's just regular. That's just
Yeah.
normal. Again, using that spine back to the first passage, but a little faster with these little ones.
look at her travel.
And again, we saw that step with the French style, but hers was a little bit softer, a little bit gentler. She adds a little bit more of an emphasis,
Like
a little
a
bit more
spring
of
to it.
Yeah, a little bit more of a spring, a little bit more impact into the movement. And almost like she's jumping onto that point. There we go. Again, extravagant lines breaking through the wrist, spotting front, and
Boom.
Oh,
She's so pretty.
she's angelic.
Like that expressiveness
Yeah.
in the movement, just the elongation of it. You can feel like the soul, I guess,
Yeah.
of the dancer.
They're so different on opposite side of the spectrum, but they're both so captivating in their own unique ways. So like, it's not really a comparison.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
It's an appreciation.
It's an appreciation of both. Anyway, Tyler Peck, bravo to her as well.
Absolute legend.
Tap the like button for Tyler.
Please.
She is incredible. She is wonderful. And Tyler, if you're watching, we love you so, so, so much.
So there you have it, everybody. That was our comparison of the Aurora Act 2 variation in
Yes.
both the beautiful French style and the gorgeous Balanchine style.
Yes.
And while we probably did not do anything to sway your opinion in either direction, hopefully this video helped you to appreciate the differences and the beauty and the uniqueness of both of these styles.
Make sure to comment below what aspects of each style you liked the best or what stood out to you. We love the discussions. We love the debates. We love
Yep.
the banter. We
Yes.
love it. We live for it.
That's why we have the channel.
If you want to see part 2 of the ballet style variation comparison series, whatever you want to call it, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we do plan on doing a couple more of these. And also tap the like button because if you like this video, it would be really, really awesome if you could let YouTube know that so that they can push us out to more people.
Yeah, don't keep the ballet nerdness to yourself.
Yeah, please don't.
Huge thank you to all of our patrons over on Patreon for making this week's ballet nerdness happen.
Yes.
And if you also would like to contribute to future ballet nerding endeavors, then you can become a patron too at the link in our description or at patreon.com/balletrain.
And once again, thank you so much to FOREO for partnering with us on today's video. Make sure to check the link in the description box and use the code RAIN30 to get 30% off almost all of their products.
Anyways, I think that is all from us for now. This is Ballet Rain signing off. Until the next video.
Bye.
Our AirPods are being sassy today, you guys.
They're
Send
always
help.
being sassy.
You have to hit the button.
I don't know, dude.
Hello. Hi. Are they dead? If they're
No,
dead,
I see
we're
the
in
light
trouble.
on. Oh, that's not a light. Sorry.
We didn't even have any bloopers on this one. Or did we?
I don't think we did. Were we too perfect in this video?
Oh, we were too perfect. Wait, did we not mess up?
I can't remember messing up. Did we really not make a blooper this time? I mean, now this is gonna be a blooper.
All right, good job, Jordan.
You too.
Good job.
Gosh.
Good job, Michelangelo.
Yes.
Good job, Cameron.
Cameron.
That's our camera now. Her name's
Oh.
Cameron. Cameron is our camera.
Cameron, a girl or a boy?
a girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
So we have Cameron and Michelangelo.
Yeah, Cameron and Michelangelo.
That's cute.
That's cute, actually. Our favorite inanimate members of Ballet Rain.
Yes. All right.
Actually, they're not inanimate. I'm convinced that Michelangelo is sentient.
Cameron definitely is because she's got attitude.
Oh, I'm convinced she's capable of like malicious thought.
Michelangelo's a darling.
Yeah, he's a darling.
He almost never
He never
misbehaves.
acts up for us, yeah.
He never acts up. He's just always perfect, very stable, very steady.
very stable.
Cameron, however,
Cameron, however, is a bit of a diva.
let's get some snacks.
Yeah!